What's up? This is Jehst on After Dark.
I'm here on After Dark. I'm called Bobby Brown. We're here interviewing Jehst before his live set with a full band at Unit 15 in Bristol. Jehst, nice to meet you. I'm Claude.
Blessed to meet you,
yes,
bro.
thank you very much for this, mate.
All good, my pleasure.
Right, you've been a prominent name in the UK hip-hop scene for a long time now, working with Tommy Evans, Kalashnikov, Lewis Parker and other big hitters. Are those bonds still strong? That's a big question, isn't it?
It is a big question. Yeah. I mean, you know, some of the bonds over the years through the music, you know, yeah, they're you know, even people like, say, my man Harry Love, we ain't done no work musically for years, but that's you know, that's my boy, so no matter what, whether we're doing music or not. So, but you know, it's like life just changes people's agendas and people's directions, so it's hard for everyone to stay tight, you know, the way the fans like to think, yeah, but sadly it ain't like that. You know, it's the same for me as a fan of music. You know, when you're in some of your favourite groups. I don't know if you've seen the Tribe Called Quest documentary.
Yeah, man.
You know, so you know, so, you know, it's just life, man.
Yeah, fair dues.
After Dark, keep watching, peace.
And so embarking on this new live setup with a full band is an attempt to discover a new dimension of your own personal style, or an effort to bring back a classic hip-hop sound.
I think, you know, with the band, it has both elements to it, because obviously it's different for me. It's, you know, allowing me to expand on what I'm doing and do something different. People have only ever really seen me with the traditional hip hop setup, just DJ, that's it, DJ, 2 turntables and a mic, bang. But then at the same time, because the way we've approached the band, it's very stripped down. It's all about the drummer, and the drummer's still controlling like loops and sample based stuff. He's got the Roland pads. And so it's like drums, bass, DJ, we've got the MPC as well, so it's still very stripped down and hip hop. We haven't tried to recreate every element with like a live instrument for every element of the track. So it's kind of, yeah, it's funny, man, that you say, oh, is it a traditional hip hop sound? Because I guess actually it is, even though a lot of people would say, well, you know, traditional hip hop sound is just straight up programmed, you know, MPC, SP, 12, whatever, drum machine shit. But then I guess, you know, even a record like Rapper's Delight, you know, they replayed the Chic Good Times. They didn't sample it because they didn't have the technology to do it then. So, yeah, I guess it's a bit of both, man, and it's just been fun doing it, man. And I put it off for a long time because I didn't want to take on the responsibility of so many people to organise, but, you know, it's something that we will hopefully keep running with, man. I'm really enjoying it. It's refreshing, bruv, you know, it's a new lease of life for the material as well, so
that's good, yeah, because that leads you on to my next question, like, because the latest album, The Dragon of an Ordinary Family, that's quite in keeping with that sort of sound and that sort of theme. So you're not yet been seduced by all the sort of weird electronic bleeps and like.
It's funny because I think like the sound of The Dragon and a lot of the production on there. I mean, I have to really give credit to LG, because I think there's a lot of beats on there that LG produced for me that people hearing the album in the context of the time at which it's been released, I think some people probably think it was maybe even like a conscious effort or decision to kind of push for like a more electronic-y, more bleepy, glitchy kind of sound. But in truth, you know, because the album was so long in the making and constantly getting put on the back burner and coming back to, and there's tracks on there that kind of span like a 5-year, 6-year period. I have to give LG credit, you know, when he was dropping them beats on me, I'd never even heard, you know, there were a lot of the kind of sound that has now become current in hip hop that we kind of associate with like Brain Feed or whatever, that kind of glitchy sound. You know, that I wasn't hearing nothing like that, and we were just the same way those guys have kind of developed that sound by just building on the hip hop influences and like obviously heavily Dilla influenced. I guess we just took the same path naturally. So, you know, stuff like the intro track, I mean, he must have dropped that beat on me in like 2007 or something. So yeah, it was never really a conscious decision, but yeah, it works with the band, and obviously the newer tracks, it's been easier to adapt to the band because I've still got all the files, I've still got all the sessions, right? Some of the old shit's like, how are we gonna do this? You know, how I've got to go back and get an Atari ST out of and dust it down, and it's crazy. So yeah, it's not it's just the way, it's just what we do, you know what I mean? I just try and stick with what I'm feeling rather than
what's going on.
Oh, what's current? Oh, we got to bend to what's current.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I feel like, you know, I'm blessed because as a fan, I try to stay.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for fresh shit, so I stay a fan of the music, right? So I guess you naturally, hopefully, touch wood, you naturally go in the direction of what's current just by staying current. You know, it's not a conscious decision. It's like if you're living and breathing the music, then you know what I mean. Stay ahead of the hype. The industry's a lot of hype, so if you're just feeling what you're doing, then you always stay one step ahead. If you get wrapped up in the hype, you get, you know, that shit can get the better of you, man. It might get you little 5 minutes, 15 minutes, but
quality.
Won't get you a lifetime in it. That's the thing, you know. So after dark, keep watching. Peace.
Right, so the list of appearances, guest spots and collabs you've done is vast. Like a lot of artists have looked at you for like a key creative ingredient. Has your enthusiasm for this been a way of keeping things fresh and like keeping it interesting? I thought you were
about to say, is your enthusiasm for this waned and just thought, yeah, you know, it's like no more guest verses. Like, you know what? It does keep me. It's a combination of the two. Sometimes I need to do it just to stay, you know, oil the cogs. Other times it's like, oh, this is my job, you know. Okay, someone wants to work, you know, you go where the work is, and that's just the reality of it. But you always learn something, and you always learn something about yourself and progress with what you're doing. You know what I mean? I just think it's healthy to stay active. Yeah, I learned something from everyone I work with. I mean, more recently, people that I've really got a lot out of working with. I have to big them up, Paul White and Mo Colours. We were lucky enough to get them on support slot for one of our shows last year. Started working on a couple of bits with Paul on some of his production, and I sent Mo the Starting Over track. He actually remixed Starting Over for like a little limited edition vinyl that I did on Record Store Day that was just like 300 limited copies for the day. But I'm just like listening to their shit and what they're doing, and that's getting a lot of vibes off that. You know, even with the band, you know, everyone in the band is an artist in their own right. So you know, Quake's working on different projects. He works with an MC called Confucius MC, who I've been getting a lot of inspiration from what he's doing. Parky's just finished the Me, Myself and Akai album, which again, you know, that's something I'm putting out on the label that's coming out on Y&R, so that's keeping me focused. Faye, I just want to do work. I just like so much potential to just do some amazing things with her. Just trying to get in the studio with her. So yeah, you know, I have to, bruv. I have to just stay involved, man.
That's quality, like, and so you seem like someone that seems to like still keep the eye on a lot of what's going on in like society and the world and stuff. Like, there's a lot of very serious and gritty content in your lyrics and that, but you still at the same time manage to keep a sense of fun and that while you're creating, especially in the videos. That's really comes through in that. Is that quite a hard balance to maintain?
I don't know, I think it's just natural, man. It's just a reflection of my personality and my attitude towards life, because I do take, you know, there's a lot of, you know, anyone with a conscience can see that there's a lot of fucked up shit going on, but then, you know, you can get so wrapped up in it that you become part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got to understand that, you know, if you think that there's more to life than that, then you can't give all of your energy to fighting it all the time. Now that might sound a little defeatist, but I really believe that, because I see people get just, especially if they're smoking, drinking, whatever doing whatever, and they're getting wrapped up in all these social issues in their head, and then it's mixing it up with their personal issues and just soul destroying shit, man. So it's like, I feel it's important to stay conscious and to discuss shit and be aware, but at the same time, don't let that shit just drag you into the gutter, man. You know, we've got you know, you got life's here. You know, life's here to be enjoyed, man. So I think things like, you know, the Nuke Proof Suit video. It was the whole concept with Nuke Proof Suit was I don't think a lot of people got it really, but the whole idea was to counterbalance, even in terms of the content of the music. It was like that tongue-in-cheek shit where it's like, you know, it is actually a serious concept. It's all about post 9/11, like everybody living in fear, everybody, you know, being in that mentality. But then also there's a time where there's a lot of commercialization of the rap shit and the message of hip hop. And I just thought, well, it was kind of a combination of saying, I'm gonna make reference to all this really serious shit, but I'm gonna do it in the context of basically like battle raps and kind of like the beats are kind of just quirky. And then it's even with the video, it's like just send it up like on some RoboCop type of shit. You know, you look at a movie like RoboCop, it does that. It's mad serious, but it's pure stupid silliness at the same time. And that's what I wanted to do, because I think, you know, if you're gonna approach something really serious, you're only going to catch the other people that are already thinking about that anyway. You want to catch a wider audience and make them think. Now, so some people might check that shit and it might be like 5 years down the line, they go, oh wait a minute, I just kind of clocked that this isn't just like a big joke thing, it's like, it's a serious thing. So, I don't know. I think it's hard balance to maintain in terms of keeping like an audience. Do you know what I mean? Them being able to understand it. But hopefully, you know what, I'm thankful I've got a fan base that can be challenged and is open to be challenged. And you know, what you gotta do, man, just keep doing fucking carbon copy, repeat what you know, make the same record again and again and again, and just, nah, fuck that, man. You gotta try and refresh what you're doing. So hopefully they're following, hopefully they're sticking with me.
Quality, man.
After dark. Keep watching, peace.
What are some of your most prominent influences musically?
It's hard, man, because it's easy for me to go into a long list of like hip hop that's influenced like the sound specifically, and obviously like the content as well. But then, you know, there's a whole world of music that hip hop has kind of led me to. So, you know, just the like obvious names, like, you know what I mean, your Bob Marleys and your Jimi Hendrix and David Axelrod, Bob James, Roy Ayers,
So
you know,
sort of things that spawned
Scratch
hip-hop
Perry, but well, you know, things that because through kind of like the whole culture of digging and breaks and all that, you know, it's led me back to so much music, you know, different rock music, you know, even things that people think maybe, oh, that's kind of cheesy, you know, Steve Miller or something. It's like, I don't know, there's a whole world of music out there, but I mean, really, it's your like cold chilling era hip hop, you know, Marley Marl production, like Big Daddy Kane and all that stuff, Eric B. and Rakim, Ultramagnetic MCs, Public Enemy's a huge influence, Run DMC a huge influence, Beastie Boys and that whole kind of Def Jam thing, LL Cool J, all that early Rick Rubin production, DJ Premier. I think, you know, Dilla's a huge influence. I think there's a lot of bandwagon jumping though, with people jumping on the Dilla thing, and I think let's not forget, you know, Dilla himself was a student of Premier, Pete Rock, DITC, Marley Marl, whoever, and he would openly say that. We were in the car the other day, Slippers is listening to like CDs breaking down Mozart, like literally like breaking down sections of the music and talking about it, you know, some deep shit. So, you know, the more, and as well, the longer you do it, the more
you notice things.
And try to learn. I mean, I can't read or write music, so that's another thing. I'm like, right, let me try and look at traditional modes of making music. I've just grown up in this hip hop thing with like drum machines and turntables, and you know, and then everything's become computer based and synth based and electronic right now, and that's where everyone's going. But hold up, you know, you still need to be able to like know what a, you know, E sharp is, where I ain't got a fucking clue, mate. I can tell you. So, you know, but that's good because it keeps me on my toes with it, man. So
how does it feel to be a pioneer of hip hop yourself now and a role model for the next generation of MCs?
Gift and a curse, man. I feel blessed to have had the influence, and I feel blessed that I've got something, you know, that I've got something to offer, and that I've got, you know, there's a fan base there, there's an audience for it, you know, that's a blessing. At the same time, it's a big it's almost like a burden, because it's right now when there's so few people actually pushing forward with something that is true to the essence of what the music is about and the culture is about. And by that I don't mean some like cliche keep it real bullshit. I just mean keep it real as in true to yourself, do what you're feeling creatively, art over money, love over money, you know, expressing these ideas and realizing that's what the music is, understanding that hip hop, if you even break down the word, it means intelligent movement, and keeping your movement intelligent. You know, that's hard because right now most of the people that are eating are just doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, but it's cool. I see, you know, and I'm proud of all the young guys coming up. I'm catching names on your paper, but I'm seeing, you know, these cats coming up, brother, and big them up, man. Big up Bugsy, repping Bristol right now. Big up High Focus. All the young cats coming through. Jaeger, brother, man. Anyone who's just out here, you know, Confucius, who I mentioned earlier, Remus, you know, Lunacy and Jack Flash up in HUDs and that. There's bare cats, so hopefully, you lot just got to do me proud, make sure I didn't been wasting my time out here laying this fucking foundation. You know, if I'm gonna be broke, you lot better go get some money and, you know, prove that I was right. You know, I don't know. You know, I think it's healthy right now, man. I'm really feeling and also I feel people are out of this tribal shit in the sense of genres of music. Like right now everybody's crossing over just based on what's your intention. Like if you're a rapper just rapping about pure negativity and dumb shit, then whatever. But if you're a rapper talking about some conscious shit, and then you've got a singer or a producer or a DJ doing some total different shit, you know, but they're on a positive vibe, then these people coming together, and it's the content and the movement is almost more important than saying, oh well, you do 90 BPM music and I do up 140 BPM music. Who gives a fuck? If we're on the same positive vibration, let's bring that together, because there's too much negativity, especially in rap, bruv. Like rap, all I hear is 90% negative, man, and that's sad to say. I love it, I'm a fan of it, I'm a product of it, I'm part of it, but gotta bun the negativity, man. After dark, keep watching, peace. Get that minute in. We're going in.
How did you come to hear of local act MC Bugsy, and like, are you often looking for new talents coming through? I mean, is that a big part of what you do with Young and Restless and stuff?
It's part of it. It's part. I'm more, you know, my eyes and ears are open all the time. But you know, it's not like I'm actively out here scouting and whatever. You know, I'm still doing my own thing. There's still like a roster of artists, so you know, we still bubbling. But Bugsy, I can't even think how the link came about with Bugsy. I think actually the track ended up being a bit of a kind of internet track. We didn't actually get together. I'm gonna kill the myth now, but we didn't actually get together in the studio and do it. But I think I linked him at Outlook, was maybe the first time I met him. So, you know, and the track turned out nice, and I was glad it didn't go to waste, because when it was originally recorded, it was just for the producer, the purist who did the beat. He was just kind of getting people together on his track. So the fact that it ended up as a Bugsy track, I was like, oh cool, it's out and it's a dope track, man. And he's a good guy, bro, and he puts in the work. Puts in the work, shooting the videos, all that. So yeah, man.
Right.
Bugsy just stole the show. You just stole the end of my interview, Bugsy, man. Shit.